Oh, fooled you, didn't I? Guys, we got a great one today. All right, we got a nice thing going on here. Now, what we're going to do today, without further ado, we are going to get right into it. These are what I call bathtub amps, and I have assembled 8 of them for you. This is, of course, the Axe 3, brand new firmware, coming right at us right now, doing the right thing over there. God, they're just, they're just doing it, man. What else can we say? I don't know. Maybe it'll come to me. Okay? But they're just doing it. All right. Bathtub amps, guys. Now, what do I mean by bathtub amps? These are amps that you can use for all kinds of things that are different, that are not normal. Okay? These are great in the studio. People, of course, always gravitate toward the main amps in the Axe effects, that being the Mesas, the Marshalls, this kind of thing. But remember, there's a lot of useful amps inside the Axe effects that you can use for all kinds of things. I use some of these when I do the cover band, and some of them are quite famous. I still refer to them as bathtub because, there was a time in Houston, Texas, when I used to go to the Rock and Robin. Maybe some of you will remember that out there. It's still there today. And they literally had a bathtub out front. It was a giant old style bathtub. And they would put guitars in there, and sometimes they would put amps in there. And sometimes you'd find something really cool in there. It was all really cheap stuff now, of course, but sometimes you would find something cool, fish something out, right? So guys, let's get right to it, okay? Now, I've got the Axe Effects running here, but because, people always forget this. They say, hey, man, what speaker did you use? And so, have you noticed in some of these videos, they don't tell you what cab they used, okay? So I want to make sure that you see this. All right, this is the 112 Blackmagic Dynacab, okay? And you can see clearly right there how I mic'd it up, okay? This is a condenser. It's a 112, and it really favors these amps. It really does. I went through all of them, and I picked this one, right? And you can hear that it's already sounding good on this one. So let's get to it, okay? This is the 6G12 amp, and kind of a Beatles kind of thing, right? Oh, I'm going to play big chords, guys, so you can hear the amps, okay? And hear their spread, you know what I mean? Because we all need some spread sometimes. You know what I mean, I think you do. All right, big C chord. I like that. All right, pretty useful, right? Yeah, we're gonna switch it. Now guys, we got the Black Dragon right here. This is the classic. I don't even know what to say about this thing. This is the Dragon of Asia. It's one of the best sounding guitars I've ever had in my life. It still sounds great. Now it is trick, of course. I do need to let you know that this guitar has no tone circuit. This is gone. This guitar is kind of a cyborg. So it has no tone circuit. And it has a Yngwie Malmsteen speed knob right here. 500K for you guys. All right, so let's just hear it again. Wow, I like that. Maybe use that with a singer, right? Give us a B minor. Yeah, I like that. Pretty cool. Very common amp, okay. Very common style. All right, guys, let's go. Let's go. Number 2. Now, this one is cool, man. This is the Vibra King, and it's set on fat, and I'm making sure that you can see the controls that I've set it at. Nothing extreme now, okay? Wow. Now, that's very useful. Okay, very, very useful sound. Now, let's see what happens with... Again, big chords, guys, big chords. Yeah, I like that. Now, notice, guys, with these amps, you can really hear the difference in pickups. Wow, really big difference in tone there. This is a Steve Special right here. This is another Steve Special. These are the stock pickups that came with this guitar. I called DiMaggio, and I gave him the serial number. Hey, let's get that out. Serial number, and they told me what pickups they are. This is a True Velvet in the middle. This guitar is got switchcraft jacks in it. Again, it's kind of a cyborg. One of the best guitars I've ever had. It's on every record. Okay, very useful. Let's continue on, guys. All right, now this is one of my favorite amps. Of course, this is a terribly expensive amp, but I still put it in here as a bathtub amp because you don't use it that often, but when you do, it's really cool. This is, of course, the Trainwreck. Let me get my sleeveys out of the way. Wow. Okay. Wow, very useful, very useful. Really big sound, right? Remember, guys, we're not changing the cab. The cab is the same. You can really hear every note. Those overtones are really lining up, aren't they? Right, all these guys are so mad these days about tube amps. They say, oh, it's not the same. Yeah, it is. Wow, and that big E chord is really sounding good. All right, let's roll it. Good amp, not very nice. This is a divided by 13. Just kind of a... I think it's better for this. Maybe that kind of thing. Again, you can hear every note. Very cool amp. If you're playing something that's quieter or doesn't require a lot of gain. Now notice, guys, I'm keeping this completely clean, okay? Now, you need to see the reverb, what I did. This is just the medium spring, okay? So you can copy that exactly if you want to, Okay, there it is right there for you. I'll leave it up so you can get a good look at it. Nothing extreme, just very nice. All right, back to it. Let's do it. Switching over to amp number 2. Remember, guys, it's right here. Now, this one is the high output one. I'm not sure I agree with that terminology, but okay. But again, very useful. Let's hear the neck pickup. I mean the bridge pickup. Wow. Lots of good uses for that. Again, guys, stay in the simple chords so you can hear the amp. Now, some of these amps sound kooky when you put in a weird chord. So let's have a C sharp minor. Still sounds cool. What I'm doing there, guys, is we're going to test the overtones on it. So yeah, that's really nice. All right. Very cool. Let's move it. All right, guys, this is the Eric Clapton amp, the tiny thing. Now, there's a reason why I included this. It's really buttering up that bass end, right? Again, there's a reason why I included it. Frankly, it's one of the worst amps I've ever heard in my life. I have heard this amp in real life. I heard it when I was in Los Angeles. It is terribly expensive. And the reason I include it is because, unfortunately, that's exactly what it sounds like. Right? I mean, if you're Eric Clapton and you can have him build any amp you want, and you built that, I don't know. Maybe time to go back to the hospital. But I include it because it's an oddball. And it sounds, guys, it sounds exactly like that. That's exactly what it sounds like. When I put this one on here, I was just like, oh, that's bringing back some memories. Right. All right. I don't even think they make them anymore. Frankly, I hope they don't. But it's in there for you because that, again, that is exactly accurate to my ears. All right, let's continue. And here is an amp, if you will, and I think you will. This amp really sounds great. And this is a give tone, okay? Now that we can use. That is just really nice. Boy, that is really nice. We're gonna get it on the neck. Now, see how touch sensitive it is, guys. Let me make sure my sleeveys are out of the way. Wow. Boy, that's really nice, guys. Now, let's run the gamut here. Hey, we got to use the word gamut. Pretty cool, huh? Single coil. Oh, see, folks, then you can use that. Here's the total single coil True Velvet. No shred today, guys. God, there's so many guys doing shred videos, man. How about a big F? Oh, folks, we can use that now. And in the neck. So you can hear these amps, they're really reflecting the guitar sound. They're really reflecting the change in pickup, okay? All right, and our last one here on the block. Now, this is a Sewer Badger, number 18, right? Now, of course, you can use that. You can use that for all kinds of stuff. I think that would be a great pedal platform. Yeah, big chords there. Open strings. Oddball. Right? Pretty cool, right? Yeah, that's really sounding good. All right. So, oddball amps for you there, guys, from the Crewman Studios. Now, I wanted to do this for you. Let's go ahead and come on over here. And I'm going to switch on the new surround delay so we can hear what that sounds like. Now, when you use one of these cleaner amps with its big surround delay, man, you're getting all kinds of opportunities there, guys. I mean, you're talking about Radiohead status, okay? Radiohead status, man. Now you can't deny that. Here we go. Oh, folks, we're ready to make a record right now. Somebody start the tape. Oh, folks, you can use that. Now, I left the delay there so you can see the settings exactly. You want to single coil that up? I hear some of you thinking. Oh, folks, we're ready to make a record, man. You know what Maynard Keenan said? He said, I sold my soul to make a record. Hey, if Maynard says it, we gotta believe it. How about up here? Steve Williams, Crewman Studios. Totally disproving the need for fan frets. I'm going to let you hear that a little more, guys, before we slip into something a little more comfortable. You know what I mean? I think you do. Okay, folks, so nice. Wow, you can use that. Of course you can. You bet you can. All right. Hey, was that too long? I hope not. Hey, guys, takes time to talk about 8 amps, okay? All right, guys, enjoy. Hope this gives you some ideas, okay? And Crewman Studios still going on here, doing the right thing, doing that voodoo that we do so well. All right, guys, enjoy. Try these and drop a comment, say hello, say, hey, Steve, is that really your shirt? Right? You can ask that question, guys, if you need to. And we will see you down the road.